Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to part 3 of the Sonic... Well, part... whatever of the Sonic 06 Let's Play, because... Isn't that just a great start to the video? Isn't it? Anyway, so... No, we're not doing that again. Anyway, so what we're gonna want to do now is the most bullshit side mission of the entire game. Now, before I actually go into it, let me actually explain what you're supposed to do. This guy, this quote-unquote lieutenant, like, of the Soleanna police force, like, instead of letting you go through the door because you're a world-famous hedgehog and you want to go save the princess, the Soleanna police force would rather have you play a guessing game, because yes, this is what Soleanna police force is doing in their pastime, doing a guessing game instead of going after the princess themselves. They're playing a guessing game with a fictional blue hedgehog. I mean, ugh. But that's not even the worst part of the side mission. Well, if you can call this a side mission. Because apparently what you're supposed to do here is to guess who is the captain. There are 5 guards total, but 2 of them will try to trick you. Look, that didn't even take 5 seconds. Now let me explain to you what happened there. 2 of them will try to trick you. He'll say, I think that the commander is over there, or the captain is over here. He's over to the left, he's over to the right, stuff like that. But 2 of them will try to trick you and lead you in the wrong direction. But what the problem is that the first guy you talk to is the captain. And he was one of the guys who was trying to trick you. It took me forever to find that out because I never would have suspected it. But it's just a waste. It was like 12 minutes of my time wasted. And honestly, to get an S rank, you have to know that he is the captain. Though on your first playthrough, you're not really gonna know, because, ugh.
Sonic, can you hear me? Knuckles wants to see you. Head to the town's warehouse.
And there I shall go. Welcome to Soleanna New Town Hub World, which is even bigger and more bleak because it's so easy to get lost in here because every single alleyway looks the same. And this thing is a shop. This thing is a shop, so as you can see, it's a shop. Though really, I didn't know that on my first playthrough. Yep, I'm so stupid. But anyway, the warehouse is just right over here. And Tails wants us to meet up with Knuckles, but before that, we must complete another side mission. And in this side mission, well, it's nothing different. It's nothing new. You're just beating up robots. Really, this is what you do throughout the entire game. Like, you know, if you consider Sonic Heroes a beat 'em up just because of how many enemies they throw at you, you haven't seen this game. I'm serious. There are so many side missions that require you to kill all the enemies, or so many rooms that do the same thing, especially in Shadow's story. But honestly, like, why, oh why are the side missions, like, why aren't the side missions unique? Why are they just fighting the same exact things that we're fighting in the regular old story mode? Why? I don't get that. Anyway, so there's nothing new, just mash the A button to win. Whoa. Anyway, so let's kill this guy. And kill some guys that are on the wall. And where are Tails and Knuckles during all of this? Are they just, like, cheering me on from the sidelines? I mean, whatever happened to the real superpower of teamwork? Really, I mean, ugh. Why aren't they helping me? But anyway, these big enemies are really a pain to deal with. They were a pain to deal with in this game, Shadow, and I believe that they had them in Rush, but they're much of a pain here. Because, like, there's so much more of a pain here because there's so many of them thrown at you, like the ones with the big health bars and such. But seriously, why do we need that many? There's just no reason for that.
Too easy. No sweat.
Oh, well, there you guys are. Thanks for nothing.
Knuckles.
That's the only cutscene in the game that doesn't require a loading screen to load up.
The outskirts of the city. He wanted me to give this to you.
Well, one of the regular old cutscenes anyway. The CGI cutscenes don't take loading screens.
If you want me to return the princess, you must give me your Chaos Emerald. Meet me at my base in White Acropolis. He's pretty cocky.
It's most definitely a trap.
One thing I must bring up are the shadows. I mean, look at it. They're like 8-bit, 16-bit, so jagged. I mean, look at the shadows. Look at this.
Telling me where Elise is. I think I should thank him
I
personally.
really hate how they're rendered in this game. It just bothers the shit out of me. I hate it. Why are there... I mean, the shadows... Like, they did it so well in the adventure games and in Heroes and Shadow. Why do they suck in this game? I mean, this is a game for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. I can get that it's an early Xbox game and the Xbox still can't get shadows right. Like Assassin's Creed 3, some of the shadows may look still a bit jaded, but still, really, why? Why is there this kind of stuff here? I might as well take on the side mission now since it's right here. And Sandro here wants you to destroy all the enemies because apparently they took these top secret files or like data or whatever from his store. So yeah, it's pretty much another beat 'em up level. Mash the A button to win, but anyway, the biggest problem I have with this side mission is not the mission itself, but what the company is using to keep their data on. Instead of using like digital, like instead of saving their data on the cloud or using like pen drives and whatnot, or just saving it to the computer itself, they use floppy disks. You see that? Why use floppy disks? And why are they called floppy disks? They're not even floppy. I mean, they're just plastic. I don't know what the inside of a floppy disk is, but you know, look at it. Second, look, like how much, like who uses floppy disks anymore? Like this is 2012. Who uses floppy disks in this age? Especially like for like very important data. I mean, seriously. We have technology, not pieces of plastic. Well, granted, most technology is covered in plastic, but never mind. There we go, we got the last floppy disk. Now give me my rings. Why is he so concerned over floppy disks? Well, I can understand that they contain the company's data and all, but seriously, why floppy disks? I just... So many things bother me in this game, I just have to wonder why. I mean... Ugh. Anyway, so we're gonna want to head over here, and I think it's... Yep, right, no, this way. Yeah, I was forgetting where White Acropolis is. And I want to go get these things out of the way. And this guy right here, he's got the Hotel's Festival of Rings. Which, really, can you guess what we're doing in this side mission? Yep, collecting rings. So yeah. Now, the thing with this side mission is that, like, well... You really can't screw up once, or else, like, you'll miss the S rank. So yeah. Just smash the crates, get the rings that are inside, and then move on. I think you have to get all of them in order to fully complete this mission or whatever. But really, it's just collecting rings. Yeah, I'm most likely not gonna get the S rank in this one. But, you know, I have to try. So yeah, you mash the top box, you get the rings, you move on. Get the ring capsules. And that's the only thing that Sonic says every time that you get one of those item boxes. Just, yes, yes, yes. I mean, seriously, why? Well, I'm not really bothered by it, but it does get annoying after a while, just to hear him say, yes, 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 yes. Especially when there's a long chain of them. Hey, look at that, 100 rings. At least we get extra lives. We don't get to keep the rings, but at least we get extra lives. Are we supposed to go this way? Yeah, and here's another problem. You have no... Okay, this way. But sometimes you may have no idea where to go just to find the next batch of rings. It's just confusing. It can take forever. That's why they give you a 5-minute time limit. Come on. Wait. Can this thing... No, it doesn't make you go any faster. Well, it does make a little, but hey, springs. Wait, where am I supposed to go? Is there a restart? No. Ugh. Oh my god. Okay, here we go. Come on, hit the box. Sonic, there you go. Where the rings go? There they are. Look at that switch. The word yes was uttered at least 6 times in that last 10 seconds. Ow. Yeah, that's another thing. When you pick up top speed, whenever Sonic crashes into a wall, like, he'll just stop dead. Well, I couldn't show it off there, but, you know, you just saw it before. But really, why? Well, he had it... yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am aware that I question a lot of stuff in this game, but honestly, I mean, this game pisses me off for a lot of unnecessary reasons. But really, I mean, now, really, if you're wondering, why are you Let's Playing this game first if you really hate it? Well, that's it. I mean, I just want to get this game out of the way and done with, because I don't feel like doing this game later. I just don't. If I'm forced to doing this game later, then, well, I just won't have it, because, well, I just won't. Because seriously, there's only so much Sonic 06 that I can take. Is this impossible now? It better not be freaking impossible now. Come on! Hit the rings! You mean to tell me that I have to restart this mission? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? There's gotta be another way. Come on. Come on. The camera moves like a turtle. Nothing? Why can't this thing launch me higher? Ugh. And again with the momentum, why can't you move in midair? Like, you just go up and straight down. Go up and straight down. This is forcing me to have to restart. Alright guys, I'm back to that spot. Hopefully I'll make it this time. Go! Yes! Alright! Okay, sorry, I was texting a friend. Anyway.
That was incredible!
I honestly think I was not gonna make that S rank. But at least I finally did the side mission. Anyway, now that we're back in the hub world, the guy miraculously disappears, and we're gonna want to come over here. Only to be interrupted by another side mission where we're defeating enemies again. Oh, well, incredibly late, Tails. I knew that they were there for a long time. No dust, Sonic. You said it, Knuckles. Why aren't you guys helping me? I mean, they're just watching me. Well, I mean, it'd be pretty cool if they could attack, like, by themselves, like, if they could just attack them. Though really, Tails is useless. Knuckles is useless. I'm surprised I didn't actually talk about Tails' tactics besides his flying and control. Because he actually does have some attacks, but we'll get to him whenever we get to play as him again. So, now what we're gonna want to do is finally find the White Acropolis.
Let's hurry to the White Acropolis.
Yeah, and the secret room is actually right over here. I never knew that this was here until I was practicing for a little bit, and like, I don't know, like there's this weird computer here, a portrait of Princess Elise. I don't know, I guess this is like some top secret place or whatever, but I don't know. Anyway, let's enter the White Acropolis. And we're right off the bat introduced to what has to be the worst snowboarding controls in Sonic history. Yeah, well, as you could see there, I was holding down the jump button, and we're supposed to jump. Because instead of just pushing the A button and Sonic doing a big trick, well, you have to just jump, and there's no trick, it's just a plain old jump like that. And this snowboard runs on no sort of momentum at all. You have to hold forward the whole entire time, or else you would stop. And, like, it just controls so awkwardly. But, anyway, going back to the snowboarding itself, like, this reminds me so much of Sonic Adventure because you snowboard in a snowy place, and later on, you snowboard through a city, just like in Sonic Adventure 2. Do you have any idea what this game really would have been called? Or should have been called? Anyway, yeah, because I know what this game really would have been called, but they axed it at the last second for some reason. Yeah, I just had to go get the checkpoint. Jesus, stop trying to show off. You're making me lose rings. Stop it. Look, we all know that you have very dumb front flips. Just stop, alright, Sonic? And now we get changed by Snowball. Which really reminds me of Sonic Adventure in the snowy place where we really got chased by an avalanche. Only we had better control. You know, you're gonna want to charge your jump and jump right here if you want to make it, or else you're gonna fall your death. But in terms of White Acropolis itself, it's, you know, it's a typical snow level, but there's really no snow gimmicks of any sort. Just like in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. There's just nothing snow related. There's no slippery surfaces. Well, it's just, well, it's snow. I really wouldn't expect ice. But anyway, let's come over here. And one thing I should mention are the dash pads, because the dash pads, especially toward the end of this stage, are just so frustrating sometimes, because the dash pad, for the first 2 seconds upon hitting the dash pad, you have absolutely no control over Sonic. He'll just keep going forward. So, like, yeah, he'll just keep going forward for the first 2 seconds, and then... Alright, thank you, Tails. Right after I broke the ice and found out that there was a switch there, you said there should be a switch somewhere! Oh, boy. But still, really, like... Okay, I totally forgot what I was talking about. But anyway, here we are playing as Tails again. Back to what I was getting about his attack. Ring bombs. Yeah, like, I think that it's going somewhere on the reminiscence of Sonic Heroes, where you had, like, this dummy ring attack when he was by himself without having to carry around Sonic and Knuckles. I think that, Rouge had the same thing, like, laying down dummy rings, or... You know, I forget. Well, Cream, I totally forget on her, though I think she did nothing. And with Charmy, all he did was his little sting thing that he uses to open up flowers and such. Now, what you're supposed to do in this stage is to defeat all the enemies in the searchlights, in order so that way you can bypass the gates, like so that way the gates will open and that you can bypass them. But your Tails, you could just fly right over the gates. I mean, really, it's just, I mean, good level design and planning? What's that? Anyway, so I'm just showing you what's, to me, the fastest route to bleep this stage. So yeah, you're gonna want to do what I was doing there, and come over here, and just, I'm pretty sure that you don't need to know this because you could probably assume it by yourself, but if a searchlight happens to see you, then it'll just summon more enemies. Yeah, as you can see, I set it off, but screw that. I'm going up on the grind rail. And the grind rails really... Well, I like the addition of homing attack onto them, but there's no way to switch to them from left to right, which we'll see more of in the next stage. But I'll actually get to that topic in the next stage. But the grind rails, you can homing attack onto them now, which is, you know, I guess incredible. But another thing what I was talking about with the speed things, look, I'm holding left, but you have no control over Sonic. And it's really frustrating when the control gets really awful when you're going so fast, and like, obviously, if you're not going anywhere and you're just tilting right by a little, obviously you're going to want to slam it all the way to the right so that way you'll actually turn. But because of this game's quote-unquote precise controls, you'll most likely just go slamming right into a wall or worse, a bottomless pit because you were just holding it in the wrong direction. And because of the speed, you don't have a split second to react. Ugh. Well, excuse us.
Well, we had to deal with your little pets.
Where's Elise?
My, aren't we impatient?
Sonic!
You better not move. Now, the Chaos Emerald.
Look at the shadows again. Well, here they're pretty smooth, but...
Place it there.
Like, there are some places where they're smooth and some places that they're not. Like, see that right there? That's not smooth.
Huh? What?
It's no use.
No.
It's no use. It's too powerful for you to overcome. Now, allow me to introduce you to my latest creation. This is the Solaris prototype. With this machine, I'll be able to control the flow of time itself. Rest assured, they're not dead. Yet. They've just been teleported by my glorious invention to another time. Who knows where they'll end up? It could be in the distant past or far future.
Huh? What?
My machine still requires some fine-tuning. In fact, what my machine needs in order to be complete is your power.
My power?
Yes, I can finally complete my plans, now that I have the Chaos Emeralds and you, the Princess of Soleanna. That's all I need to revive the flames of disaster. And with its power, I will be able to control everything and rule the world. So, you would be wise to remain on my good side.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you for the next part of the Sonic 06 Let's Play.